Hey, Ursula here. Hey, I thought I'd share one of my powerhouse dye plants. It grows very abundantly here. Not everyone has luck growing this plant, but for some reason it loves where I live, so we go with it. It's called oregano. Oregano, I think I started with one plant that I bought at a plant sale. Botanical Gardens nearby has plant sales every year, and the plant took over my entire front yard. And so I leave it grow in an area where it isn't going to choke off the rest of my vegetation. Now, I do have one plant still right here that I leave for food purposes. So this is the one I harvest and dry for my seasonings in my spice cupboard. But the entire side of the driveway is just covered in oregano. It's starting to come back. I clear cut this all the way down to the ground for my dye bath. I'd say I have probably 20 feet of oregano, and because of that, because there's enough of it, I can do larger batches. Okay, so what do I mean by larger batches? I have a 9-gallon pot that I filled about 3/4 of the way full and soaked the leaves. And I took everything, stems, everything, chopped it up and put it in water, filled my pot, and let it soak overnight before cooking it on an open fire. It's a very simple arrangement that I have here, nothing high tech, but it holds the weight. Now, I won't be able to dye anything on an open fire until after our drought passes. We are in drought mode now, officially. So I'm going to avoid burning, even though I'm not burning on the ground. I don't want to risk setting anything up here on fire. So let me show you what's inside the dye pot right now. You can see the water level is way down because I dyed an awful lot of stuff, and some of the liquid is still in a glass container where I did some solar dyeing with it after I rendered it. Now, what I've done and found works the best for me is to use an iron mordant to get this color. If you use alum, you're going to get a yellow, or if you use some copper, you'll get other shades. But I use iron, and I mix it into the water directly without mordanting the yarn or fabric separately. Some people do it that way so they can mix different mordanted yarns in the same dye bath. I find that this is the color I want, and so rather than burning more fossil fuels, I just do it all in one. So let's go take a look at what I was able to accomplish with this. Okay, so this is the solar oven. I jury-rigged it. It's leaning up against a cinder block to be able to put in a jar. Now this is, you may not be able to see it, but this is fairly depleted. I don't think I'd get another dye bath out of this, but with all that dye rendered, I wanted to use it to dye a bag, and that worked out really well. These are cotton bags, and cotton works beautifully with ferrous sulfate as a mordant. And I have the plain undyed bag next to it so you can see the difference in shade. And then I was able to dye 2 pounds of, this is cotton yarn. It's called Inca. It's from Peru. It's Peruvian cotton. And because I had loose leaves still in the dye bath, you can see it ended up freckled, which is kind of a fun effect. And then also in the solar bath, I was able to dye some sock yarn. And I think that's just a splendid gray. Let's see if we can take it in the sun. You can see it better. Maybe not. It's really bright out today. So there you have it. That's just another thing you can do with oregano. Isn't that amazing?